Prayer throughout world religions. Prayer is a universal concept that has been practiced by people of different faiths and cultures for centuries. Whether it's through silent meditation or recitation of sacred words, prayer serves as a way to connect with a higher power, express gratitude, and seek guidance and support. While the act of praying may seem similar across religions, the forms and meanings behind it vary greatly. From Namaste in Hinduism to Amen in Christianity, each religion has its own unique way of approaching prayer. Today, we will explore the different forms and meanings of prayer in various world religions, shedding light on the diverse ways in which people connect with the divine. The Christian practice of prayer. The Christian practice of prayer is deeply rooted in the teachings and traditions of the faith. Christians believe that prayer is a way to communicate with God and seek His guidance, comfort, and forgiveness. It is a means of building a personal relationship with the divine. In Christianity, prayer takes various forms. One of the most common forms is spoken prayer, where individuals or groups articulate their thoughts, needs, and desires to God. This can be done through reciting specific prayers, such as the Lord's Prayer, or through spontaneous conversations with God. Another form of prayer is silent meditation, where individuals quiet their minds and open themselves to God's presence. Prayer in Christianity also includes the act of worship. It is a way to honor and glorify God, expressing gratitude for His blessings and acknowledging His sovereignty. Christians often gather in churches to pray collectively, participating in rituals and ceremonies that emphasize their faith and devotion. In addition to personal and collective prayer, Christians also practice intercessory prayer, where they pray on behalf of others. This is seen as a way to demonstrate love and compassion towards fellow human beings, and to seek God's intervention in their lives. The purpose of Christian prayer is not just to ask for favors or blessings, but also to align oneself with God's will and seek spiritual growth. It is a way to surrender to God's wisdom and trust in His plans, even when faced with challenges and difficulties. The Islamic tradition of Salat. The Islamic tradition of Salat, or prayer, is an integral part of the faith and holds great significance for Muslims worldwide. Salat is performed 5 times a day as a way to communicate with Allah and seek His guidance and blessings. It is considered a form of worship and a means of building a spiritual connection with the divine. The practice of Salat follows a prescribed format with specific movements and recitations. Muslims face towards the Kaaba in Mecca, the holiest site in Islam, during prayer, symbolizing unity and a shared direction in worship. The physical movements involved in Salat, such as standing, bowing, and prostrating, serve as a means to humble oneself before Allah and express submission and gratitude. The recitation of verses from the Quran during Salat further deepens the spiritual experience. Muslims recite passages in Arabic, regardless of their native language, as a way to honor the language in which the Quran was revealed. This practice not only helps to reinforce a sense of community among Muslims worldwide, but also emphasizes the universality and timeless nature of the Islamic faith. Salat is not only an individual practice, but also a communal one. Muslims gather in mosques for congregational prayers, led by an imam, and stand shoulder to shoulder, forming a strong bond of unity and brotherhood. This collective aspect of prayer strengthens the sense of belonging and reminds Muslims of their shared commitment to the faith. Overall, the Islamic tradition of Salat serves as a way for Muslims to connect with Allah, seek spiritual purification, and strive for a closer relationship with the divine. It is a daily practice that serves as a constant reminder of one's faith and commitment to living a righteous life. Jewish Kavanah, heartfelt concentration in prayer. Jewish Kavanah, meaning heartfelt concentration, is a fundamental aspect of prayer in the Jewish faith. It refers to the deep focus and intentionality that one brings to their prayers, allowing them to connect more deeply with God. Kavanah is not just about the words recited, but the mindset and emotion behind them. In Jewish prayer, individuals strive to create an atmosphere of mindfulness and reverence. Before prayer, Jews often engage in meditation or take a few moments to center themselves and clear their minds of distractions. This practice helps to cultivate a state of focus and openness, allowing for a deeper connection with the divine. During prayer, Jews aim to be fully present in the moment, directing their thoughts and emotions towards God. They seek to align their hearts and minds with the sacred words they recite, infusing each word with meaning and intention. Kavana encourages individuals to go beyond rote repetition and instead engage with the prayers on a personal and spiritual level. Kavana is also about fostering a sense of gratitude and awe towards God. Jews express their gratitude for the blessings they have received and acknowledge the power and majesty of the divine. They approach prayer with a sense of humility, recognizing their own limitations and placing their trust in God's wisdom and guidance. Through Jewish Kavanah, individuals are able to deepen their connection with God and experience a greater sense of spiritual fulfillment. It is a practice that encourages reflection, self-awareness, and a sincere desire to draw closer to the divine. By bringing heartfelt concentration to their prayers, Jews are able to elevate the act of prayer into a transformative and meaningful experience. Hinduism's mantras and meditation. Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, has a rich tradition of prayer that incorporates mantras and meditation. Mantras, sacred words or phrases, are an essential part of Hindu prayer. They are believed to carry spiritual power and can be recited or chanted as a way to connect with the divine. Mantras are often repeated multiple times, with the intention of focusing the mind and invoking a state of deep concentration. Meditation is another integral aspect of Hindu prayer. It involves stilling the mind and entering a state of calm and self-awareness. Through meditation, Hindus seek to quiet the chatter of the mind and cultivate a sense of inner peace and unity with the divine. This practice allows individuals to tap into their own inner wisdom and connect with the higher consciousness. In Hinduism, prayer is not limited to specific rituals or locations. It can be done anywhere, at any time, and in any form that feels authentic to the individual. Whether it's sitting in silence, performing ritualistic gestures, or reciting ancient scriptures, Hindus have the freedom to express their devotion in a way that resonates with their spiritual journey. The purpose of Hindu prayer is to cultivate a deep sense of connection and union with the divine. It is a way to transcend the limitations of the physical world and tap into the eternal, divine nature that resides within each individual. By incorporating mantras and meditation into their prayer practice, Hindus seek to awaken their true selves and experience the blissful union with the divine. The Buddhist path of mindfulness and metta. In Buddhism, prayer is not focused on supplicating a higher power for personal favors or blessings. Instead, it is centered around the practices of mindfulness and metta, also known as loving kindness. These practices aim to cultivate inner peace, compassion, and a deep connection with oneself and all living beings. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, involves bringing one's attention to the present moment with non-judgmental awareness. Through meditation and contemplation, Buddhists learn to observe their thoughts, feelings, and sensations without attachment or aversion. This practice helps to develop a clear and focused mind, free from the distractions of the past and the anxieties of the future. Metta, on the other hand, is the practice of extending loving kindness and compassion towards oneself and others. Buddhists recite metta phrases, such as "May all beings be happy, healthy, and free from suffering," to cultivate a sense of goodwill and empathy. By actively radiating loving kindness, Buddhists strive to dissolve the boundaries between self and other, promoting a sense of interconnectedness and universal love. In Buddhist prayer, there is also a deep appreciation for the teachings of the Buddha and the guidance of enlightened beings. Buddhists often recite mantras and sutras, ancient texts believed to hold transformative power. These sacred words are repeated as a way to focus the mind, purify negative emotions, and deepen spiritual insight. Overall, the Buddhist path of mindfulness and metta in prayer serves as a means to awaken one's innate wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. It is a transformative practice that encourages individuals to cultivate a deep understanding of themselves and the interconnectedness of all existence. Through the cultivation of mindfulness and metta, Buddhists seek to transcend suffering and walk the path towards enlightenment. Sikh Simran, meditative reflection on the divine. Sikh Simran, meaning meditative reflection, is a fundamental aspect of prayer in the Sikh faith. It is a practice that involves deep contemplation and remembrance of the divine, allowing Sikhs to connect with the ultimate reality and experience spiritual transformation. In Sikhism, prayer is not seen as a mere request for favors or blessings, but as a means of surrendering to the will of the divine and seeking union with the higher consciousness. Through Simran, Sikhs aim to quiet their minds, let go of their ego, and merge with the divine presence within and around them. Simran can take many forms, from silent meditation to the repetition of sacred words or phrases, such as Waheguru, which means wonderful Lord. Sikhs believe that by focusing their minds on the divine, they can transcend their own limitations and experience a deep sense of peace, joy, and oneness with the divine. Sikh Simran is not limited to formal rituals or specific locations. It is a practice that can be incorporated into daily life, whether through individual meditation or collective chanting in a Gurdwara, the Sikh place of worship. It is a constant reminder to Sikhs to remain connected to the divine in all aspects of their lives. Through Simran, Sikhs seek to cultivate a deep love and devotion for the divine, while also recognizing the divine presence in every being. It is a practice that fosters compassion, humility, and selflessness, guiding Sikhs to live a life of service and righteousness. Overall, Sikh Simran serves as a pathway to spiritual enlightenment and a means of experiencing the divine presence in everyday life. It is a practice that empowers Sikhs to transcend the limitations of the material world and embark on a journey towards self-realization and union with the divine. Taoist and Confucian perspectives on prayer. Taoism and Confucianism, two ancient Chinese philosophies, have distinct perspectives on prayer that reflect their unique beliefs and practices. In Taoism, prayer is less focused on communication with a deity and more centered on harmonizing with the natural flow of the universe. Taoists believe in the concept of the Tao, which represents the underlying principle that governs all existence. Prayer in Taoism involves aligning oneself with the Tao, seeking to live in harmony with nature and the rhythms of the cosmos. This can be done through meditation, reflection, and the practice of mindfulness. Taoist prayer is a way to cultivate inner peace, wisdom, and a deep connection to the divine essence present in all things. Confucianism, on the other hand, emphasizes the importance of rituals and reverence for ancestors. Prayer in Confucianism involves paying respect to one's ancestors and seeking their guidance and blessings. Ancestral veneration is a core practice in Confucian prayer, as it is believed that ancestors have the power to influence the lives of their descendants. Confucian prayer is a way to honor the past, maintain familial bonds, and cultivate moral virtues. While Taoism and Confucianism have different approaches to prayer, both emphasize the cultivation of virtues and the pursuit of a harmonious relationship with the world. Prayer in these traditions serves as a means to cultivate personal growth, maintain social order, and connect with the profound wisdom that lies within and around us. Whether through attuning to the Tao or honoring one's ancestors, Taoists and Confucians find spiritual fulfillment in their respective practices of prayer. Shinto's rituals and offerings to the divine. Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion, has a unique approach to prayer that is deeply rooted in ancient customs and beliefs. Central to Shinto's rituals and offerings is the belief in the presence of kami, divine spirits, that reside in nature, objects, and even human beings. Shinto's prayer practices aim to connect with these kami and seek their blessings, guidance, and protection. Shinto rituals often take place in sacred spaces such as shrines, which serve as the physical dwelling places of the kami. These shrines are characterized by their beautiful architecture, serene gardens, and symbolic torii gate. When entering a shrine, it is customary to cleanse oneself by washing hands and mouth with water, symbolizing purification and a readiness to approach the divine. One common form of Shinto prayer is called Nihon Bashi, where individuals make offerings and pay respect to the kami. These offerings can include rice, sake, fruits, or symbolic objects that represent the wishes or gratitude of the person offering them. It is believed that the act of offering brings one closer to the kami and fosters a reciprocal relationship based on respect and gratitude. Another important Shinto ritual is the omari, where individuals bow and clap their hands in front of the main shrine to announce their presence to the kami. This act of bowing and clapping is accompanied by a personal prayer, where individuals express their desires, concerns, or gratitude directly to the kami. Shinto prayer is not limited to formal rituals or specific locations. It can be done anywhere and anytime. Many people incorporate prayer into their daily lives by paying homage to the kami at home altars, creating personal rituals in nature, or even silently expressing gratitude for the blessings of each day. Shinto's rituals and offerings to the divine reflect the reverence and deep connection that the Japanese people have with nature and the spiritual realm. Through these practices, individuals seek to cultivate harmony and balance in their lives and to honor the divine forces that surround them. Shinto's prayer traditions are a testament to the profound spirituality that is ingrained in Japanese culture and the enduring legacy of this ancient religion. Zoroastrianism's sacred prayers and fire temples. Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest religions, has a rich tradition of prayer that centers around sacred rituals and fire temples. In Zoroastrianism, prayer is seen as a way to connect with the divine and seek blessings, protection, and guidance from Ahura Mazda, the supreme deity. Zoroastrian prayers, known as Avesta, are recited in the ancient Avestan language. These prayers are considered sacred and are believed to hold great power and significance. They encompass a range of themes, including praise and worship of Ahura Mazda, requests for forgiveness and purification, and expressions of gratitude and devotion. The recitation of Avesta is often accompanied by symbolic gestures, such as standing in the presence of fire or facing the direction of the sun, which symbolizes the divine light and wisdom. Fire temples are at the heart of Zoroastrian prayer practices. These temples serve as sanctuaries where the sacred fire, which is considered a representation of Ahura Mazda's presence, is kept burning continuously. Zoroastrians gather in these temples to offer prayers, perform rituals, and seek solace in the presence of the divine. The fire within the temple is maintained by priests who are specially trained to care for the sacred flames. These priests perform rituals, known as yasna, which involve reciting the Avesta prayers and offering symbolic items, such as incense and flowers, to the fire. The fire's perpetual flame is a symbol of the eternal nature of Ahura Mazda and serves as a focal point for Zoroastrians to connect with the divine. Zoroastrian prayer is a deeply spiritual and transformative practice that helps individuals cultivate a sense of devotion, righteousness, and harmony with the universe. It serves as a constant reminder of the presence of Ahura Mazda and the importance of leading a virtuous life. In Zoroastrianism, prayer is not just a ritual but a way of life, guiding individuals to live in accordance with the principles of truth, righteousness, and good deeds. Through their prayers and devotion, Zoroastrians seek to bring about positive change within themselves and the world around them. The sacred prayers and fire temples are an integral part of this journey of spiritual growth and connection with the divine in Zoroastrianism.